that was interactive and fun for them. So lots of lots of new offerings when it comes to digital programming. Lots of great ideas as to how we can continue to move forward and up our card holdership. It's a really exciting time, and we're starting to see some massive progress on our new central library branch in conjunction with the Indigenous partners and the federal government. We're seeing pile cap and grade beams that are being completed on the site. Now concrete work on parking level 1 and level 1 is continuing over this month, moving east to west. The suspended slab is completed for over 2/3 of the footprint. Just massive changes to that site, and it's going to be a real gem in the Breton Flats and the first really large placemaking building with this new development. So we're quite excited about it.
Yeah, so $334 million, way over budget, like by $134 million. But you're confident that that's it, right? This is what it's going to cost.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Right. I mean, it's way over the estimate that we had in 2012, right? So the budget hasn't been established until we, received our bids back, right? And with labor shortages, with all these things you hear nowadays, Rob, labor shortages, supply chain issues, that sort of thing. Yes, the cost was certainly much higher than we would have anticipated back in 2012. But you're right to state that this is the cost. We will not be coming back asking for more money at either level of government. If they come in under, they make the profit, and if they end up overspending, the bidders, the company PCL will be eating it. So it's good value for taxpayer money when it comes to the assurance that we're not gonna blow the established budget.
Okay, just going through the budget, the draft budget, I should say, that was outlined at the most recent city council meeting. It's the main branch, the central branch, as it's called. It gets all the ink, but there are plans for other branches of the Ottawa Public Library, most notably for 2026. You hope is one for Riverside South. What can you tell me about that?
Yeah, the Riverside South branch is something that's been on the books for a while, and we're glad to see that we're finally in a good place now. It's funded quite a bit by development charges, and we're looking to get that branch online. It's a growth branch. It's going to add. It's not a replacement branch, so it's not like this is one that's being built to replace another.
Right.
But it's wonderful that we'll be able to provide our services further south in the city, and we also, thanks to a provincial grant from the provincial government, we're also looking at having a place in the new Barrhaven Town Centre. So there's a second branch that should be coming online as well that we'll be tracking towards as well. Very exciting to have that sort of. To have that sort of presence in a brand new town center. I think it's going to be a wonderful branch, and it's going to be great for the residents of Barrhaven.
Yeah, as I understand it, that Barrhaven project is kind of like going to be a multi-service thing. It's cost shared between all three levels of government. Right.
That's right. I mean, I think it's just gonna be great to be able to be kind of in a place where you've got several other amenities, right, at the crossroads of two major transit lines as well. I think it's going to be one of the more accessible branches that we have, because it kind of is at the convergence of all of this transit and traffic. It's going to be great. I'm really stoked about it. And then of course, we've been talking about it for years, and when you end up getting some provincial funding, it kind of bumps other priorities down the list. But we're also looking at a new branch in the East End as well. When you've got Atisoke, which is a massive project, and then two other libraries coming online, you've got a bit of limited capacity. But it's good to be doing that forward planning, which we've been doing over the course of the last term or so.
Okay. There are those who will question the necessity or the value of building brick and mortar libraries.
Sure.
In this day and age, the digital age, the virtual age. What is the value proposition of a local branch of the library these days?
Sure, and I mean, like I've said this before, but I truly believe that the Ottawa Public Library and public libraries on the whole are kind of the last one of the last true free democratic spaces. Some people might make the argument, well, why don't we just buy everybody an iPhone, and just have that in their pocket? Well, I certainly wouldn't want to be paying for an iPhone, a data plan, and also a librarian to sit with you while you're using it. Our greatest resource at the Ottawa Public Library are our librarians. These are people that can, cut through the noise, kind of like your show does, Rob, cut through the noise and get to the heart of the issue and kind of guide you. So that the information that you are getting is the information that you're actually looking for and can provide some context. Google doesn't really do that. We also have incredible programming and services like children's storytime and family storytime that I mentioned, which is great for learning. But on top of that, we also have things like musical instruments. Something that you can't, pull out of an iPhone, or something that you can't, just have delivered to you. But, musical instruments for people that want to learn and maybe don't want to make that massive investment. We've got things like library passes that you can take out, maker spaces where you can come in and use 3D printers. It truly is a place, where you can connect with other people, learn a new skill. And I think that it's such an important democratic space that we certainly do need to preserve.
I would also note the library is a pretty lean operation. You just go through the city budget, you will find, first of all, the library does not lose money as an operation.
Nope.
Seems to have a healthy reserve, about $10 million in the bank or so. And it's not one of those city services, unlike what we've heard already during this draft budget season, like Ottawa Public Health, like the Ottawa Police Service, like the transit budget, where there's a lot of uncertainty and cries for sort of other streams of revenue, whether that's dedicated streams somewhere from within the city apparatus or from upper levels of government. I don't see a lot of that going on with the Ottawa Public Library system.
No, it's true. I mean, we really are a model for the efficient use of public funds. Notwithstanding the absolutely incredible services that we're offering, we are able to do so in a fiscally responsible manner. The responsibility that our organization's shown, especially over the course of the last decade or so, is incredible, and our staff do such a great job delivering these services and doing it in such a manner where we've been responsible, that we've been able to put money into reserves, for future projects and ensure that we're really meeting the needs of the community. It's impressive. It's certainly something that that adds to a community, and I'm really proud of the work that these people do every single day.
Good. Thanks for the time this morning, Councillor. Glad we could get connected on this issue.
Yeah, great to chat with you, Rob. And there's no better time now than to become a cardholder of the public library. So if you're not one, hop in and grab one. It's free.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, Councillor Matt Loloff is the City Councillor, Orleans East, Cumberland, and he is chair of the Ottawa Public Library Board. 8:46. Let's get another look at the weather forecast. Is that the sunshine? Is that the sunshine? And an update on the roads. Those are a rarity these days, the sunshine. Here's Gordon Taylor with traffic.
Well, thanks, Rob. The earlier collision on the 417 eastbound at Moody has been cleared, but traffic's still pretty heavy coming from Eagleson down the Moody Hill, and slows again on the eastbound Queensway from Bayshore through to Rochester. Have a collision on the westbound 417 just after Innis that's backing up traffic. Once you get past that, the 417 westbound is slow approaching Saint Laurent through the Metcalfe, and delays in the 174 westbound from Orleans Boulevard through Jeanne d'Arc. We also have collisions on Hunt Club west of the 416, also Russell Road at Milton, and Albion at Mitch Owens. Final days of Leon Save the Tax event. Shop deals on furniture and mattresses plus Save the Tax. And save the tax on select appliance packages. Visit leon.ca for details. For the forecast for Ottawa on the Valley, here's weather specialist Denise Andriacci.
Periods of light snow today, highs near +2. We'll see a bit of mixing as well, near 4 degrees for Smiths Falls. Sun and cloud Wednesday, highs near +2, and mostly cloudy for Thursday with some active weather back in the forecast, a bit of snow and a bit of rain, highs near 0. The guaranteed high today, 2 degrees.
It's -14 right now in Ottawa, -13 in Smiths Falls.
Wake up with Rob Snow. Weekday mornings, 6 to 9 on City News 1011. #1 for local news in Ottawa and the Valley. Get a fresh start to your workday with City News. We're First at 5 with Andrew Boyle.
When you wake up hungry for information, we serve up more local news more often.
When a local story pops up, we're on it. And we give you your fill of traffic, weather, sports, business, and more. He wakes up early to bring you the news first.
Weekday mornings 5 till 6.
First at 5 with Andrew Boyle on City News
1011 FM.
and citynews.ca.
Please be advised, if you find winter driving distressing, the following is a real audio clip of a Subaru driving on an unplowed mountain pass in the Yukon in minus 23-degree conditions. Just listen to Subaru's standard symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive go to work on all that ice and snow. And that sound is our confident driver whistling Beethoven's Fifth, I believe. Visit your local Subaru dealer and really own winter with uncommon winter capability.
Whenever you've needed us, federal public service workers have been here for Canada. We deliver the services you rely on through this crisis and the next. But for nearly 2 years, we've been on the front lines without a contract. That's a big problem because while the government stalls on making things right, we all pay the price. Workers can't wait. None of us can. Learn more at workerscan'twait.ca. A message from the Public Service Alliance of Canada.
Every 5 minutes, a Canadian is diagnosed with heart failure, but the future holds promise. The Ted Rogers Centre for Heart Research is creating a world